One of the things that's been hard for us, but also for a lot of B2B marketers that I'm talking to in the last few months is that the ICP is changing, it's evolving, it's including more people. It's kind of it's a committee. Maybe before it was one person, now it's a committee. And maybe some of the people in the committee don't really have awareness of your brand. And so it feels like as B2B marketers, we're having to kind of rush from awareness to favorability to purchase in a very short period of time against a series of new personas. And then I'm assuming that also like the categories of companies that you're going after or the industries are changing because, some industries are doing better than others at the moment. So how do you guys stay agile? I mean, do you get dizzy on a daily basis from all the pivoting that you have to do?
Yeah, I think a couple of things or lots of things. So one, we sort of on a quarterly basis rerun an analysis of our ICP at a high level. Like to your point, are the sectors or industries that we're targeting changing? A very straightforward example of this is like during the Web3 crypto boom, that are all of our advertising clients were, or all of our new advertising clients were in that space.
Yeah.
Then there was a crash and like and were stopping, they were no longer reaching out via inbound. And now like a lot of that is happening with AI. And that sort of follows the funding cycle. So that's an example of like why it's important to your point in this environment to sort of rerun that exercise on a quarterly basis. The other thing I'll say is that it's sort of a fool's errand to invest heavily in awareness campaigns for people outside of your traditional persona. It's like even though CFOs are now part of our buying cycle, we're not, taking out $1 million ad buys in the Wall Street Journal or CFO.com to educate them on our tool because that's a ton of work and a massive investment. And so I think a couple of things that are important. One, validation. What customer stories and logos can we secure to sort of signal to a CFO, not in our space, okay, they support this major bank or this Fortune 100 company. It must be a tool that's legitimate. And then two, how can we leverage field or events similar to that, the most like white glove marketing to make up for gaps? There are worlds in which we can do a dinner just for customers and prospects in the financial services sector where CTOs and CFOs are invited together, for example.
That makes sense. And it's really good advice. Thank you for that.